everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I am in Charmouth on a gorgeously beautiful and sunny summer's day after 5-6 weeks or so of almost endless rain. It is such a relief to be out on such a gorgeous day like today, and I'm doing a coast path run as my long run of the day, and it is already tough. I'm less than half a kilometre into 16 to 20k run total, and I know this route like the back of my hand. And I know that it's tough, and every time I do it I'm like, am I up for this today? Am I? And I don't really feel like I am up for it today. I feel very tired. I did a 2-hour hike yesterday as well, but it's a beautiful day and there are worse days to be outside and worse places to be doing this run, so I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to bring you along and show you guys all the views. And if you haven't been here, by the end of this video, you're really, really going to want to. Finally up on the cliffs and just done 1.5 kilometers so far. I'm trying to do this whole run in zone 2 to kind of see how low I can keep my heart rate for the longer stuff that's longer than 3, 4, 5 hours. Unfortunately, thus far, even at a walk, it's sort of impossible to keep down, which is quite interesting. I don't know if that's because I'm tired today or just I mean, it's a really tough route with wiggly, windy, narrow paths, a lot of steps, endless hills, even the flats are hills. So I've never tried to do this low heart rate before. Hey, look at that. Beautiful. And I have a feeling when I actually get around to racing all of my races, none of it's going to be in zone 2 really, except for the downhills. But it's a good little experiment. So far it's not going so well, but I'll just keep on walking, running, walking, running, walking, running. It's not going to be a record-breaking route for sure, but it should be a little bit more enjoyable that way. There you go. Views are always worth it. Yesterday, this here was an actual gale, and there's a named storm that came in, and it was pretty gnarly here yesterday. So I'm glad I didn't, my hike was yesterday. Glad I didn't try my run on the cliff tops, because it gets a little bit rough. But today, glassy seas, bright blue. You can see the reefs off the coast. It is just gorgeous. On our way to Golden Cap, the highest point around here. Not bad. Today I'm listening to Solo by Jenny Tuff, and and I've only just started it, but I went to a talk by her a few months ago and she's incredible. I mean, this book's been recommended to me so many times and I can see why. She's absolutely incredible. So her first expedition in the book is traversing over 1,000 kilometers across Kyrgyzstan in their Tian Shan mountains. And I mean, those mountains are not just mountains, they're mountains at like 4,000 meters elevation. So you get not only the effects of having to climb mountains, but also extreme altitude, especially for people who weren't raised in mountains, although she's Canadian, so I guess she has a bit more than we do, but still, it's incredible. I absolutely love it. And I've just finished reading Running While Black by Alison and Desir, and I thought that was an amazing book as well, and would thoroughly recommend both of these. So thanks to everyone who recommended them. I've got a long list of audiobook recommendations for out on your runs, so if you want to see them, I could make a little vlog of my favourite ones. I've listened to maybe like 15 or 20 now, and obviously read a lot of the running books as well, so woo, totally gonna fall over here. If you want any recommendations, let me know, because I have worked my way through a lot of them. I love them because they're like, it's like 9 hours of continuous entertainment. So, and it also gets me excited to get out, because like if I'm listening to someone else doing a solo 1,000-kilometer run across Kyrgyzstan in the mountains and having to deal with all the things she was having to deal with, I mean, this route here that I know extremely well and is extremely safe, you know, I can probably get through this, so she can get through that. So I love that sort of, you know, I love having that companion in my ears telling me that I can do this, because I know how tough that must have been for her. Plus it just gets me excited because I always want to hear the next part of the story, so I always want to get out and get listening. So yeah, I've done just under 5 kilometers so far and finally have got some runnable terrain. I've been going very slowly thus far and it's slightly frustrating, but again, worst places to do it. Down in the climb to Golden Cap. This one's always brutal. Feels like it should be manageable. I mean, like, look at it. Hardly goes up at all. It is never manageable. I've only done like just under 6k. There's been like no flats so far, which is good training for my races coming up. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, please give me a flat. But in no other part of my life and my running do I ever want to be running on flat, just on days like today. But nice hills equal nice views, so we don't complain. Made it to the top. I gotta say, although the hill is horrible, having been in the Alps for 8 days, this suddenly feels a lot easier, which I guess is the point in training. Who knew? If you do the hard things, they make the hard things easier. As you can tell, I'm a little bit out of breath. My heart rate is just not playing ball today. Probably just tired from extra hiking yesterday in the pouring rain. But again, this is about time on feet, which is really nice because I can walk around in circles chatting to you and enjoying the view without feeling like I'm wasting time and you know, clock watching or whatever, watching my pace. Yeah, but look, okay, enough of me. Look at the views. Hey, not bad. Isn't it gorgeous? So I'm running all the way down there, up the next one, and then there's sort of 3 little peaks, false peaks before Thorncombe Beacon, and then it goes down at like a 40% gradient for a little bit, and then up again on the last little peak, and then down into West Bay. And then at West Bay I'm going to decide whether I want to head inland back to Bridport, or if I want to go over East Cliff, I think it's called, at West Bay, which is a horrible steep hill. And thus far I've never come from Charmouth and decided that East Cliff looks appealing. and that I want to do an extra 4 kilometers uphill. But who knows, maybe I will decide that since I'm going so slowly today that I will decide to do the extra little bit. It would be nice to get away from the crowds over that side rather than running through West Bay, but we'll decide when we get there. Which is the nice thing about this. The nice thing about knowing my route as well is that it really doesn't matter what I do, because wherever I am, I know how to get home, which is super lovely. I've just headed through Seatown, which is behind me. Not Seaton, Seatown. Seaton's a different place in Devon, just down the coast. It is always boiling in Seatown. I mean, that's obviously like demonstrably not true, but all the times that I've been through it, even in January, I guess it's a little bit sheltered from the wind, so I'm going through it and there's this little cafe, and I have regularly stopped at that cafe for iced lollies and top-ups of water, and they're all so friendly there. So if you ever pop through, it will be boiling. Definitely get an ice cream. I've just done just over 8 kilometers, 8.3. I've been going for over an hour now, and just had my first food, which is good. It's crazy, the time goes so quickly. I mean, I am not going quickly, but the time just flows by. It's amazing when you get used to being out on your feet for hours and hours, and the trails and routes camps in the Alps definitely helped with this, because we're obviously out for like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours every day. It just, yeah, you just get used to your brain just getting into the zone, and I think that's one of the biggest things with training for an ultra or even a marathon or really any race, is if you're used to just heading out for half an hour, 45 minutes, it can seem like an insurmountable amount of time to have to run for or be out on your feet for if you're training for an ultra and have to do, you know, 2-3 hour runs regularly. But you just get used to it, and for me definitely, and I think for a lot of other people as well, it becomes your sort of meditation time for your brain to switch off and just enjoy being outside, and you've got no other task other than going from A to B and eating from time to time. I mean, how cool is that? It's a good job to have in the day. Just, I've got to get out, I've got to run for 3 hours, and I've got to eat 250 calories an hour or more, and at the end, have pizza, which is my plan for today, which sounds perfect. Which is not bad. I definitely don't, I remember it being a lot tougher than this, but I guess just it's not the Alps, so everything has been downgraded, but it's still a hell of a climb, and way down the other side is fun, so I'm looking forward to that. now we go up again. I had a lot of fun on that last section. Lots of runnable bits for once. It's gorgeous. Kilometers in, just about to get into West Bay, and I think I will head up East Cliff out the other side. I have succumbed and I'm getting an ice cream. I'm so excited. Okay, 13 kilometers in. I'm going to go the long way around, so that's going to make it 19-ish kilometers. With one big ass hill to get over. Well, a couple of hills, but one big one, and then a nice flat, just, well, flat in quotes, undulating running across the fields on the way back. And they have plant-based ice cream here. I'm so excited, so excited. This is the perks of trail running, is that you can just stop in your local town and I'm gonna say help the local economy. All right, this is the Hell Hill. It is crazy steep and people are going up on all fours. So it's a killer. I've got my ice cream to see me through. So that's gonna be interesting. No all fours for me because I'm using my hands for eating. Is this the ultimate evidence that I don't run to burn calories? Completely ridiculous to be running all along with an ice cream in my hand, but it's amazing. I don't know why I don't do this every time. It's incredible. I haven't done this section of coast in a while. Woo! Since lockdown, I think. There's like a little roller coaster that there's every possibility that you might go flying off. A little bit dangerous, especially with ice cream. I'll be very sad if I drop my ice cream. Down we go. Woohoo! Now we're dropping into Freshwater Holiday Park. Just going along to Burton Bradstock. Oh god! It is crazy busy down here. It's everywhere. There are definitely pockets of less touristy spaces, but the coast path, I mean, being the famous Southwest Coast Path, is just packed with people, and sometimes I do wish people were a little bit more aware of what's going on around them, because the amount of times people have just suddenly stood out in front of me on my path as I'm coming down a hill. Obviously I'm super aware of people around, but sometimes I'm like, it would be a lot safer if everyone just paid a little bit more attention. But it is nice to see so many people out and about and enjoying the gorgeous countryside here, because it really is special. It's amazing. So I'm going up there. Sometimes you can go across the river here, so I'm gonna give that a go and hope for the best. If not, it's like an extra kilometre or so around, which isn't the end of the world. This will definitely get my feet wet, but my feet are so hot at the moment, so you could probably do with a little bit of cooling down. And I love it here. This is another place where it is seemingly always sunny in Burton, which I love. So beautiful. That is where I'd usually cross. It's pretty deep. My options are head back, go the kilometre around, head along the beach, which is a lot shorter, a lot less hilly, but sand running, or wade across this. I'm tempted to give it a go just because. Why not? So this used to be the route up, and the ground level used to be there, and you'd take a little leap and you'd be up and over. But as we know, erosion happens quickly on the coast, and this has been gouged out by the river, and the sandy rock has all just sunk into the river, and it means that not only can you not cross the river in most places, but also you come around here to be able to get out there, because there is no longer a direct route. Anyway, I've just saved myself going all the way around there, across the bridge over there, and back up here. And it definitely wasn't any faster, but it was more fun. And that's the important thing. Hello. Hello, little one. Hi. All those flies are really annoying. Last big hill. 15.5 kilometers in. I actually have no idea how far it is back from here. Maybe 6 or something? Maybe a little bit more. But I've definitely slowed down a lot. I'm taking a little bit more time to take pictures and take it easy because the body is tired. I'm hoping to do 3 hours today, so that should be about right actually. It's been a slow 2 hours 15 so far, but yeah, in 45 minutes I should be home. Fingers crossed. And I've got 2 different options for the route back home as well. Whether I want to go the slightly longer but much easier road route, or up and over the hills, which is tough but more direct. So we'll see. I guess I'll decide when I get there. So far so good though. Such a beautiful route and oh, unbelievable weather. Perfect running weather. Days you don't get very often, and I love it. 17 kilometers done, and finally we turn inland. A few kilometers back. I think it's 4 or 5 kilometers back from here, so that'll take me to a half marathon at least. Nice. That's my route. They seem to have replaced the rickety old bridge with a swanky new one with a giant hole in the middle. It's helpful. I'm gonna assume there's a way around that way, because otherwise I have to go back the way I came, and that is never an option. I hate turning back, so I'm gonna try and figure out a way around this. I know the town's a little bit in that direction, so bet this path will lead to it and across a different bridge. I wouldn't mind wading, but I literally can't even get to the river, so we'll see. Not too far, just a few kilometers from home now, and I'm doing a run walk strategy up this hill to try and keep my heart rate down because I'm suddenly really tired. I think it's always that thing of like, when you know you're nearly back, your body's like, okay, you're nearly done, you can like chill out now. But of course I'm not back yet and I still have to get back. But nearly there. I've decided to take the longer road route back, just to allow my brain to switch off a little bit and tick off the miles a little bit easier. The other route just goes straight up the hill there next to me, and it is beautiful, but to be honest I did a lot of it on my walk yesterday, so this is something a little bit different. And my audiobook is so good. It's amazing to hear of the like adventurous spirit of other people. I would not have the guts, the balls to decide to run across Kyrgyzstan, somewhere that I know absolutely nothing about except that it looks like somewhere where they would film Lord of the Rings. But I'm just in absolute awe of her, and having listened to Jenny's talk and then listening to this book, I have a newfound respect for her and any women especially who decide to do huge adventures like this, either alone or with another woman, because we face certain challenges that men going alone do not. And it's nice to hear, because I've read of so many male adventurers doing incredible things, and while that's still absolutely amazing, it's not exactly the same, and also being a woman, it's not as relatable to me. So yeah, I just love listening to this and I would thoroughly recommend it. Oh my god, this hill, it's never ending. Final descent to the run, finally. I love this hill. I came up it this morning to walk the dog on a little loop. It is steep. It's quite fun in this direction though. 22 kilometers done. Less than a kilometer to get back. Whew, a little bit further than expected. Took a couple of detours, but beautiful run. 3 kilometers done. A little bit longer out there than I'd hoped, but yeah, I got it done in the end. My body is so tired, so exhausted today. Rhian was out fossil hunting last night, so he got back in at 3 a.m, 2:45, something like that. So slightly broken night's sleep, but got it done anyway. It's good practice for multi-day ultras where you're lucky if you get like 5 hours sleep. So yes, it's all good practice, all good training, and so nice to be out and remind myself of that coast path because it is gorgeous, and I feel so lucky to be able to run here frequently and regularly. And that ice cream, oh my god, it was so good. If you ever get the opportunity to buy an ice cream mid-long run, I thoroughly recommend that you take that opportunity. It definitely perked me up a little bit. Now it's time to chill. That's me done. I've been really enjoying listening to Jenny Tuff's audiobook. It's another one I'd really recommend, and if you guys want, I can do a nice little list of audiobooks that I've listened to and that I recommend. Most of my audiobooks are running related, but then I read real books on topics that are not to do with running, so it's nice because I get 2 books on the go at a time. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next week with, well, probably more running, knowing me. Time for a big cup of tea and a cuddle with the dog and some nice rest and biscuits. That's the goal. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!